Hi, everybody. This is Coach Dom Costa with another edition of Sports Advice for Parents, high school or otherwise. Listen, some of you are going to be lucky enough to have healthy children, and you're going to be lucky enough to have the opportunity with your time frame, your work schedule, to actually volunteer and coach your child in a sports league. And the topic of this one I get brought up all the time to people is who should I pick for my kids' team? And honestly, after having gone through it with both of my kids, I want to recommend that you probably pick, uh, it could be a blend, but I'm going to vote more on pick on people you like, people you know. You're going to spend probably with preseason and a season anywhere from 12 to 18 weeks for any typical sport. And it's so nice to be able to have your family sit with other friends in the bleachers. Now, you can sell out and pick the absolute best athletes that you know of in the league when they have tryouts, if they do have tryouts, and try to do well like that. But if your child doesn't have a fun experience with those kids, they may not want to play again. And my whole thing is I like to see your child play as many seasons as possible, whether it be a park and rec league, little league, or travel ball, where this child has an interest. They're pulling on your sleeve. Hey, I got to go to practice. Hey, is my uniform ready? And if you have the opportunity and the luxury to coach a team, I'm going to think that you probably want to make that a pleasant experience. You don't want to like drive them away from that sport, because that can happen too. If you have that opportunity, pick people that you know and like, and hopefully they have children that your child likes, and so everyone gets along, or at least they have a little basis of knowing each other and can have a fun experience together. Let's face facts, you're going to pick the best team you can, and even if they are the ones that your kid knows. You probably want to have a little blend, though, of not just the friendly ones, uh, but probably a little bit of some skill level too. Sometimes you could lose every game, and that can be rough. But again, if you have a good feeling that the people you're going to be choosing this team with, their children, get along with your child, and even if you don't have a lot of success with the one-loss record, but the kids are going to have a great time just because they dig each other, go with that. It's too short a ride. Uh, Little League and travel ball, I got to share with you, when we had a great group of parents, in my own experience, and especially when you did travel ball, because they would break up, in my experience, it was travel volleyball, and there would be these lunches and meals that we would have to feed the kids all day long. And so every parent on every travel weekend, because you have to play these multiple games, was in charge of bringing specific parts of that lunch or snack, and it was shared week to week. So you weren't stuck bringing some big ticket item every week. So when we had a group that we traveled with, that was a great bunch of people to hang out with, and a great bunch that really wanted to be there, and the girls got along. There was no problem. There were no missed parts of the meal. Everyone did their part, and it was fun, and it was people got to share. They brought extra, so the parents all got to eat, and their siblings got to eat, and everyone had a good time at these far out locations playing that travel sport. Now, on the same note, we had a season where the people didn't really like each other, and so you'd get that, 11:30 at night phone call. Hey, my kid's not going tomorrow, and neither am I. So all the lunch meats, or that expensive item that was part of that next day's package of meals, wouldn't be there. They wouldn't even have the courtesy to bring it. Whereas when you had the folks that kind of knew and liked each other, even if they couldn't be there, they still delivered their part of the meal. That's how generous they were. And that made the whole season very pleasant. And often, as you know, those travel ball seasons can be, 3 months or more. So to have a great group to hang out with and people who pull their weight is awesome. Now, same goes with Little League and other competitive sports. You might want to, those people are a little more competitive, so you might want to have a blend of kids your child likes, and then some skilled kids, and have practices as best you can. Some places don't have the time or the field time, but try to schedule whatever you can to work on skills so your team gets better. Maybe show up earlier for your games as a pre-practice to a game. That way your kids can get better and you can have more success and they get to hang out with each other. If you're doing park and rec ball, the drafts, people want to get a little shisty sometimes, pick the best kids. But honestly, if you have field time and you get to work with your kids and it's with kids they like, overall the experience is going to be a whole lot pleasant. These seasons are a little shorter, but you still have to hang out with these people. And hanging out with people you like to hang out with, and especially that your child likes to hang out with, so it's a pleasant sport experience and that they get to and want to come back and play another year, that's awesome. So anyway, Coach Dom Costa with some advice for some would-be coaches, parent coaches. You're lucky, number one, to have the time to do it. All of us at the parks and all these other organizations need you to step up and help coach. We always need more people. And get out there and do it if you can. Schedule practices. And I'm going to say it right here. Try and pick kids that your kid likes so it's a pleasant experience and your kid will stay more involved, stay busy, and get all the great life lessons that sports provides by doing these activities. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, and comment, and enjoy the day. Thank you, everybody.